Turbo. That's all that matters. Right now, got the grenade in my hand. My finger's on the pin. I ain't pulled it yet, but we're back.
So we have us a, as you can see, F-150 work truck, bone stock. Everybody hates to get up behind them at the stoplight because they drive slow in the fast lane. Needs a farm use tag on the front. And you're tuning this.
Yeah, see if we can make a little power. Overstock.
So, you and Daniel have been talking. You went over the setup. Yeah, it might be a little camera shy, but that's okay. You'll be all right. You and Robbie's talked, so we'll let Robbie do the talking. Right. Robbie, tell us the setup on it.
Turbo. That's all that matters. No,
he just makes it way too easy, don't he?
It's a stock Gen 1 with a turbo on it. Dual fuel system. ID 1050s. About all we know.
It's got full exhaust. Full exhaust on it too. I seen that under there. When you was backing it up right there. Getting ready
it's got some Boss cams in it. That's about it. Pretty basic, just stock Gen 1.
So you just, when you bought the truck, if you want to give out any numbers you can, did they tell you a certain number that it made when you bought it?
I was told it made 823.
823.
I believe that when I see it. So.
Okay, so he just put all the weight of the world on your shoulders.
You got to keep your expectations low. That's the key.
Yeah, that's how you don't get upset.
So you just basically want to make sure that, hey, they told you.
Well, the tune, I'm pretty sure the tune that's in it is currently locked. So as if like he's got some tire size things he wants to change, so can't get in there and change any of that. So basically what we'll do is just take the handheld that come with the truck and start over from scratch with nothing.
Well, that sounds good to me. We'll get this thing backed on a dyno here and see what we can start with and base lines, and we'll come back to you here in a few minutes and you can tell us what you're seeing so far. Okay, you've got a couple pulls in, basically baselining it. What are we starting at for boost? And
usually always turbo stuff, I always start out on gate. That way we can kind of verify what kind of wastegate spring we got in there and see, kind of work our way up through the, I guess on a boost station, where Holly's got dome pressure, this is kind of the same thing, it's got gate pressure, so still applying CO2 on top of the gate like the Holly. So basically what we'll do is just start on gate and then work our way up, just in increments of sometimes 3, 5, sometimes 10, just depends on how the truck responds to dome pressure on the gate, and that's all relative. It goes back to everything, back pressure, gate location. I mean, it all plays a variable in it, so it just depends. We'll see. We may just work up slowly in it, being it's a stock motor. We don't want any crazy, spikes in boost or anything, and have any rods hanging out of the block.
I know what you mean there. Yeah, we'll let you do your thing there and get some pulls. Like I said, you got a couple baseline pulls there, seeing what it's doing. Get a few more pulls, keep creeping up on it, and we'll catch back up here in a minute and see what you think, mid pulls and all that good stuff.
Yep.
You're going to start on me again over this versus LS. We're going to have a debate.
We'll let everybody debate.
You've still got some tuning to do on this truck over here.
Yeah, right now, got the grenade in my hand. My finger's on the pin. I ain't pulled it yet, but we might pull it out. Hopefully not.
Well, like I said, you're. Some of them say been working your magic, punching them keyboards, however you want to word it. You got a few pulls in. How's it looking so far?
We're well above the limits of a stock Gen 1. Yeah, we're a little less boosted, creeping up on it.
Right. But from the looks of what it was basically said what it was going to make, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And now we have access to the tune, so if he does anything else to it later, we can do it.
you're ready to go then.
It's spinning and shit.
Yeah. So you creating awful big right there.
Yeah.
That felt pretty good, but
Yeah, I turned it down from where I was on the dyno. That's only like 9 pounds, and usually we don't really get on. Usually, like before I go on the street with people's stuff, I'd like to ask them if they want me. You gotta check the transmission and stuff, and you don't want to run stuff hard, but you want to make sure it's gonna shift. That way, when they go out, if they race it, whatever they do, it's gonna shift right. You just gotta be careful, especially with street stuff, and you never know with street tires, and you got a lot of liability. And we're all in the closed course on Mexico though, so that's all.
yeah, that's true too. But yeah, I did spin a little tire right there, so
It's pretty rowdy. Turbo's a little laggy, but which that's expected. And it's got a little bit bigger backside on it, so it'll be fine.
all right. So we got, like I said, the dyno tune is done. Street driving and street tuning it now, checking everything out. We will go back and show the final numbers right here and get basically.
I'd like to make a hit in Mexico on the full tire, on the full boost turned up, but I don't really think the tires are gonna like me too well after that once
What?
the turbo lights off.
Well, he said he had some welds and tires or ET Street R's or something for it.
It may be drifting across the road here.
I don't want to be doing no drifting or surfing or anything or whatever you want to call
If
it.
it's in my car, I'll use the whole lane, but I don't want to use the whole lane.
All right, well, let's drive this thing around and just get back to the shop. And like I said, we'll show you the final numbers here and get final thoughts on it.
Then we'll show you our new tune-in stock. That's where I've stopped the flash car and get it on the lane.
Okay.
Might show them the sign, they might know.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, look at that NASCAR country up here.
We're doing some.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, one of the big things I look at on the street and stuff too. I mean, you gotta look at the idle and stuff. I mean, some of these things act a little funky with converters and built transmissions, and some people say they won't, but they definitely will because it's not a stock truck anymore, so it's not gonna have stock characteristics in the most part. But yeah, mainly we just look at fuel trims, get those dialed in, because the fuel trims on these play a big part in how the truck idles and stuff, and you can really overcomplicate a lot of that Coyote ECU stuff.
Right. And this one too. It's on E85.
Yeah.
So E85 can. I know some people talk about cold starts with E85 is a little tougher sometimes. So
But we ain't really gonna get no cold start today because it's
No.
70 degrees in the middle of January.
yeah.
Jay complaining about that.
No, I ain't either.
Yeah, I kind of like taking these back roads and stuff
hopefully you get to ride around and see the cows in the field, or better yet, some of us like to say there's steak or supper over there. So.
Yeah. See, that's a lot during out the week, so I need to find a new route, but it's kind of hard to figure out a good one that, you know, don't have a lot of traffic on it, don't have to worry about people.
Well, there's the racetrack.
Yeah, they just won't let us in there, that's the problem.
Take a couple laps around the racetrack.
Yeah, I just use the straight stretches. I don't need the quarter. Ain't about that much.
Straight lines for you. So, you want to explain what you're doing right now?
Basically just, he says the transmission shift's a little too firm for his liking. It's a built trans, so it's gonna shift a little bit harder. But I'm gonna see if I can mess with some of the shift pressures and stuff here and see if I can get it to soften up some. And I feel like it goes into 5th and 6th gear pretty early. So I've had a lot of people say they like how I do the, you know, kind of 4th, 5th, and 6th. You know, you got a lot of gears in these cars, and a lot of times they're just driving around in town and stuff. So it's kind of nice to not go into 6th gear at 35 mile an hour and be lugging, especially with a small motor like this and, you know, a bigger turbo. It doesn't make for a fun drive.
Well, the truck's not what you say really, really heavy, but it's not light either. So
you keep it, you know, around those happy ranges, keep it in its efficiency range of where it likes going and where it likes driving. So, and then just change some of the field trim stuff, get that dialed in, and then get those within range of where we want to see them. Usually 5% is what I shoot for. Some people say 10% is okay, but you know, with weather and stuff and just fuel variances, I mean, it's all going to vary a little bit. You're never going to be exactly perfect 0 or 3% or whatever, but you got to take time to get those figured out.
maybe that's more your speed right there.
Yeah, a lot of memories there.
Definitely, that's for sure. We got it done. We'll go over and show the final numbers here in a minute. I did make the number it's supposed to make and a little more. You happy with it?
Yeah.
Always on the phone.
Sorry, been done a second.
These youngsters.
I can't do nothing with them. So, like I said, you happy with it? How it turned out? Felt good on the street.
Yeah, did a little pull on like 9 pounds probably, so but nothing too crazy.
I hear you were said something about eating up a little Eco Boost or something out
He's
there.
gonna eat up a lot of things. That's just what coyotes do.
I was talking about the June's truck.
It don't matter, Eco Boost, LS. It don't matter if it's a Subaru. It's gonna eat it up. It's coyote.
You better go home and get them wheels and tires
That's
put
what
on
they
there.
do. Yeah.
It's the nature of them. Look how many LSs I've ate up this year.
I don't know. It's you to start.
We're not gonna start this again. We
No,
just
we
said
ain't
earlier in the
start-
video.
I'm just telling
We
you.
just said earlier in the video we'll debate this.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm practicing my debate.
you're gonna need to
'Cause
practice.
I got good. I don't know what the word is for it. I got good backing on the debate.
Well, June's Ford man's got an Eco Boost, and you just said, well, I heard you say something to June about he needs to trade his truck for that or something like that.
Eco Boosts do good, but ain't nothing like Coyote.
You ain't been around much.
You can't listen to him.
Yeah, he just
I
giving
watched it on thing.
you a hard time. Well, I know you've yet to drive it, obviously, but you can just go by our word, and you're gonna find out here in a few minutes how it really feels. And what you got it turned down to right now?
Like 9 pounds.
9 pounds.
It's all right.
You'd be hitting that up button on the way home, won't you?
Right.
Yeah, like I said, let's go over here and show them the final numbers, and watch out for the old farm use work truck. Just whatever you want to call it there, Mr. Daniel.
Transportation.
Transportation. I would ask you if there's anything else you want to say, but
I always got something to say.
well, go ahead and say it.
No, we'll just save it for the debate.
Okay, sounds
I mean,
good.
we've had how many LSs in here this week, and they have problems with the turbo kit and this and that. An efficient motor isn't gonna have problems.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about the truck there, and we'll catch you on the next one.